So, I think the world is telling me that I cannot record first thing in the morning because I have had so many issues just trying to not to mention my lighting looks hella weird, but we're gonna stick with this, okay? Anyway, hi, I'm Jan, and today we're gonna talk about college. Because why not? Let's talk about something that puts people in debt and completely ruins, well, there's so many ways. Words. College equals many years of tears and stress and alcoholism. Don't know if I'm gonna keep that part in there. I'm gonna keep it. Do I care? No. So, the one thing about college that we all agree on is either it was like the best years of your life, it was absolutely worthless, or it put you into piles of debt. Can you tell which one we're gonna talk about? Yeah. Can you? Wow! Can I not lift? The third one. We're going to talk about the third one. Basically, we're going to talk about my college experience and how I'm finishing my bachelor's degree with no debt and why I chose the route that I did and how I believe that you can also do it if you're looking to get into a debt-free lifestyle and not cry when you see your bills for your student loans in 5 years. Let's go. So, for good luck, we're gonna pull an oracle card. Just to see what your future in college is gonna be like. No, never mind. I'm sorry I did that. I do not wish anything bad upon you. Anyway, when I went to college, or when I first, this is going terrible, when I first graduated high school, despite having a 1290 SAT sub-score, super score, whatever it's called, and being pretty average in school and knowing that I could probably get into a handful of colleges, I applied to none. See, I talk about high school, but my high school was a lot of doctors and hospitals and ER visits. So, I just really didn't do as much as I could have. I did not apply myself as much, and I know that. And I could have done better, but even with what I had, I still could have gotten into multiple schools. I just didn't go. I went the community college route. Yeah, because you see, community colleges have a lot of benefits that they don't talk about. They also have really bad reputations amongst people, at least with the older generation. So how did I convince my brown parents I was going to community college? I just did it. Didn't go so well the first time, but I did it. Because you see, when I went to community college, instead of paying money, with the amount I got from my Pell Grant and my state, I was able to get money back. Yeah. And while in community college, while working on my 2-year degree, I made sure that I was available for a transfer program because most community colleges, you'll find, have a lot of transfer programs to 4-year schools. And they are normally a lot easier to get into than actually applying to the 4-year school. It makes no sense to me, I know, just like brain. But when you do that, right, and you will pay absolutely nothing, you get paid to go the first 2 years. The only thing you really have to pay for is your last 2 years, right? You feel me? You carry me? Like we're still on the train, right? So what I did for community college was put all my classes into 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Not possible for everybody. I was extremely lucky, and I made sure that I went in first thing to register for those specific classes. And the rest of the days I worked jobs, plural. Not saying you have to do it, but I was able to work enough to stockpile enough money that I could afford the next 2 years of college after I transferred out. Now, of course, I did also have savings because I have been working since I was 16. And I was never a big spender. I still am not. If you see my what I spend in a day video, I just don't spend. And no, that's not everyone. Other people have bills. Other people have like different emergencies that they have to pay for. But that's how I did it. I was able to have enough money that after the transfer agreement, I could pay for 2 years of college. But here's the thing. I used to live just outside of Philadelphia, as in PA, as in up north. If you do not know, I now live in Florida. It is about 1,000-mile distance, which means that agreement no longer is valid. Though I did transfer before I moved, I took a gap year because a very wonderful pandemic started. And I was not going to online Zoom University. No. No. Sorry. So I took a year off. I'm like, okay, we'll go back eventually. And then I moved. Did I lose all my money for that first semester that I went? Yeah, I did. But after I moved, I found out that in order for you to get the state grants, you need to live here for a year. So I took another gap year. And I will not be starting up again to finish my bachelor's until September. It's July. So like a month and a half. I'm registering for classes this week, actually. But I realized that you can shop around for colleges a lot more than you think. So let me explain. In Florida, the cost of a 4-year school, at least on average that I find, is about $10,000 a year. And for those of you who are from more expensive college states, that's not after tuition. UCF, which is like the biggest school in the area, is about $7,000 a year without any grants or funds. Like, that's just their tuition. Of course, yes, you can live on campus or whatever, but my entire Pell Grant is going to cover that and more. So I decided to hold out and wait for me to get residency. Because, no, I'm not going to UCF. I'm actually going to Valencia College, which has a 4-year bachelor's that I actually like in business. So it's a long story. But that's anyway, it's cheaper in Florida. So why was I sitting in PA paying cash for something that I could have used to do so much more? No clue. Maybe because we're brainwashed to it. But now I'm going to Valencia. And I'm going to get my 4-year degree because lucky for me, I'm already in a job that I'm going to be staying in for a long time. A job that if someone had a 4-year degree, they would be trying to get my job. And I was able to do that with my associates. So I'm going to be taking, or I have taken that money that I would have used for the remaining of my bachelor's, and I bought a car. If y'all don't know, I have a video on that as well. Listen, college, it's not worth the fancy name on your degree. If you can afford it and you think that you're going to like the college, go ahead, by all means. But for those of you who are like, I just want a degree to get a good job, community college, transfer degree programs, shop around for your 4-year and work during it as much as you physically can. Also, live cheap. Just in general, live cheap. Try not to dorm. Get an apartment off campus with a bunch of friends. Yes, roommates suck. I know. I get it. A lot of horror stories. Buy your own groceries. Don't get the expensive meal plans. And this may all sound easy when I say it. I know it's not. But come on. It's really not worth going $1 million into debt. And I say $1 million because, listen, I have seen those numbers. They're not pretty in 10, 20 years when you might struggle to get a job because you actually just learned nothing and Googled it all. And check. And I would say Quizlet, but like, I don't know. It's just not worth it. So yeah, I'm finishing my college degree and I'm gonna get paid to do it because Valencia's half the cost of UCF and I'm gonna end up buying a house by the end of my bachelor's degree. And you can do it too. You just gotta think it through, you know? Yeah, this whole video was basically a rant, and hopefully it was a bit informational. If you want more stuff like this, if you just have questions about college, because this is not easy, let me be a big sister for a moment. Let me be family. Questions, put them down below. DM me. I will answer them. And as always, like for more content, subscribe, because your girl, she's trying to do better. But remember, at the end of the day, I'm not professional, but I am the middle child, so I love you guys. Bye!